doing? How's everyone doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing great. So, I am finally going to finish my series that I started back in 2019. I started with fall. This was the very first one that I did, and I have done videos for every one of these, so I thought, why not finish it up? So, and it's been 2 years. 9/6/19 is when I started this. So, you know, sometimes it takes you a while to get your all your ideas out. So today I wanted to do summer, and so that is what we're gonna do. So there's fall, there is winter, and here is spring, which I did in 2020. So I think spring, maybe, I don't know, I really like fall too. I don't know, I like them all actually. So without further ado, let us start with summer. So I used graphite paper and I went ahead and traced the tree that I had drawn in November. I wanted all 4 paintings to have the same tree so that you would know it was, you know, the same tree during the different seasons. And since this is summer, I always think of, you know, 4th of July is in summer, watermelon is in summer, so those were kind of my thinking to do a flag mailbox and put some watermelon on it. So that is what I decided to do. The mailbox kind of got a little big on me. But it's bigger than the other mailboxes on my other paintings. But you know, it is what it is. It's still cute no matter what. And it was so much fun to do this. And so that's all that I can ask for. You know what I mean? Is just to have fun and, you know, make it cute. So again, watermelon, a bird. I was going to put the bird on the mailbox, but I kind of had done that before, so I kind of was like, no, let's put it on a piece of watermelon that's been cut. I thought that was cute. So using burnt umber for the tree itself, I knew I was going to put crackle paste on the tree like I had done in the other 3 paintings, because it just gives it a you know, like a bark texture that I really, really loved. So I wasn't too worried about getting it perfectly painted in because I knew the crackle paste would cover it anyway. So I just, and plus I like the look of kind of the white of the canvas to come through. It just gives different dimensions. So again, 1 coat was good enough. I do use burnt umber and milk chocolate with the crackle paste, and it was a little too light, so I ended up adding more burnt umber to it to make it a little bit darker. Now my crackle paste was almost, it felt almost dried up, and I was afraid it wasn't going to work, but it ended up working. I guess putting the wetness of the paint helped to, you know, bring it back to life. And if you get a little bit off of your thing, just use a wet Q-tip to, you know, clean it up. And what else is better on a summer day than clouds in the sky? So that is what I drew as well, because I can always remember as a kid, you know, looking up at the sky at the big old fluffy clouds, making animals out of it. So that's what I wanted to do. I use Blue Harbor for the sky, and then at the bottom I use baby blue to kind of just make it not just one whole color going through, and kind of blended it together. Now the mailbox, I wanted it to kind of represent a popsicle, so that's why it's the shape it is, because, you know, popsicles in summer. For the stars part of the flag, I used it was just going to be deep midnight blue, but it was way too dark, so I just added the other blues onto that I had on my palette to lighten it up to the color that I like. For the grass, I use foliage green, which is what I will use for basically everything for the leaves, especially on the tree. I will use that, and for the leaves on the watermelon. The post, I'm using sable brown on it. The watermelons themselves, I use, I believe it's the olive green, because I'm using olive green for the undercoat of the stripes, just because it makes, when you put red on it, it just makes it really, really pop. So I'm using cinnamon drop for the cut watermelon that is cut open, and avocado for the dark part of the watermelon, and again olive green for the lighter parts of the watermelon. The bird is black. He's not a crow though. We have, I think they're called red blackbirds here, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what they're called, but they are black, but they have a little bit, they have like a little red on their chest, just a little red splotch, and they come here in the summer time, so that's what inspired the red bird. I'm using marigold for his little beak, and I also will use the marigold for the stars in the mailbox. Or not mailbox. Why I keep calling it a mailbox? It's not a mailbox. It is a birdhouse. Why am I calling it a mailbox? It's a birdhouse, y'all. Okay. And then for the stripes, I am using country red. I just love that color for stripes in the flag. I will use light buttermilk for the white parts of the stripes. I do use avocado for the shading for the grass around the trees and the watermelon. And I also use the avocado for the green like stripes in the watermelon. I just use the floating technique to kind of just make the stripes in the watermelon. If I were to change this again, I would make the birdhouse a little bit smaller, and I would add more foliage to the tree. And I will probably go back and do that now that it is all completely dry, and kind of go over some of the clouds. It's just at the end it looks a little sparse with the foliage. I use black plum to shade with the stripes, the red stripes, and then I'm using honey brown to shade the stripes of the white stripes. For the sky, anything that had the sky involved, I do use Payne's Gray around like the tree and the clouds and all of that goodness. I did use the Fiery Neon Red for just to put a little bit of highlights in the red stripes. Here I'm using avocado and foliage green to create my leaves, and I also use my script liner to make like vines and stuff and little tufts of grass, and I'll also use black green for that too, just to give it a little bit of extra dimension and all that goodness. And then there's these stars going on, and I use the one stroke technique to make the leaves, where one side is light and the other side is dark. And then I use puffy paint for the clouds. It just, just to give dimension. Oh, y'all, look at it. I am in love. Oh my gosh, I think it turned out so cute. Beautiful summer day. See little clouds through the tree. In my world you can. Oh, I love it. I really love it. Aw. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you just to pick up some paint and start to paint whatever your heart desires. Alright, y'all. Well, thanks so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Y'all be good to one another, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.